Alright, how's it going? Welcome to another Gamedev stream. This should be number 20, I think. Today we'll once again add some bits and bobs, as the title suggests. So we're done with all the big features of Gridle. So now all that we're doing is just adding smaller additions, some tweaks, balancing, all of that to get the game ready for the demo that should be out next month. Right, so today we're adding some health upgrades to the miner class. Since last stream we added a splash damage enemy. Now of course we need to actually have a way to upgrade the health and the regeneration of all classes. So we're adding that to the miner class. We might experiment with dropping XP, like as a physical drop, same as we're doing with the money currently. So at this moment we're dropping money like this, of course, but the XP just goes directly to the tracker, basically. So I think we'll experiment a bit with that, dropping some like XP orbs or whatnot, and see how that looks. Then we'll look into potentially animating the background a little bit when you like switch between levels and all that. We'll maybe add some more appearances to the party members, like some more variations to the appearances based on the number of upgrades that you have. And then sound notification when a chest spawn could be cool. And then if we have time, we're adding some new rebirth knowledge that the players can buy. Right, so I think we'll just get started with the miner health right away. Should have night miner here. So here we have different types. Of course we're going to need to add 2 more types. I think we could just copy max health and health regen, yeah. I think we'll switch up these types as well. So we do a switch with the type instead of like an integer cost of the type. So we'll do type.gold, type.mine speed, type.crit chance. Same with this. Type.gold, type.mine speed, type.crit chance. Because that way we can just let's see, add it in here like this. So we'll do case. I think we might be able to increase max health, increase regen. We might be able to just copy paste this, but of course we change to type.max health, type.health regen, like so. And of course with the main minor stats instead of the mage. There. Of course we need to add a description as well. So we'll copy paste this. Type.max health, health regen, and of course minor stats instead. There. So now that is support for this added, at least. Of course we need to add the actual upgrades as well. Yeah. Upgrades, what do we call these? Just health and regen. Night? Wait, that's called night regen. That's no good. Right. Minor. Okay, so we'll do minor health. What will we call this? Maybe sturdy helmet, like the minor helmet. I think we'll just copy this description. And we have initial cost 25 and increase by 1.5. So I think we'll keep that. 1.5, max level like 1000. Event 1 and health, max health. Right? Yeah. What would we call this upgrade? Region for the minor class. Maybe just like magic helmet for now. Will do. Let's get the we are initial cost. We'll once again go and check what the mage is. 120% increase every time. There we go. So that is the 2 upgrades defined. They should now function properly, but now of course we have to actually add them so that they're viable. We should have an upgrade manager that holds all the upgrades. Yes, we do. Let's give it minor health and minor region. Here we go. Now, I think we also have to add it here, right? Upgrades, minor upgrades, yes, we do. Right. So here we just have it be minor health. We add a new slot that will be minor region and another one that will hold the minor speed. There. Minor upgrades doesn't seem to need a reference to the slots. So that should be everything, I think. Now we should be able to upgrade it. Sturdy helmet and magic helmet. Yeah. There we are. So now the minor is actually has upgradable health. Not sure why. Hold on. Max health comes first. Damage, max health, crit, region. Okay, so it's the wrong order here. A little bit. Upgrades minor. So here it should be minor health. And then it should be minor crit. There. I'm not sure why his like initial health increased now though. It's kind of weird. Party class stats. Max health equals 5. It's weird. Oh well. Let's let's do the icons now. For the upgrades, of course, we need Gridle, assets. Region and health, okay. So this is what we have for region, right? That's also, well, main classes, minor. No, wait. Characters. I need the entire sprite sheet, I think. There we go. Let's start with the region icon. I think that will just be something like this. We'll remove a couple of hearts, I think. There we go. Maybe one more heart. There. Minor region.png, and then we need a minor health. So this is what we have for the knight upgrade. And this is what we have for the archers. It's like a sort of like a shield effect, I guess. Let's see if we have, which one is the most suited. We could do this one and have it, yeah, be at the top, like, because we call the upgrade Sturdy Helmet. So we could do something like this. Yeah. Minor health.png. Let's see how that looks. Sturdy helmet, magic helmet. Yeah. I think that's fine. Perfect. What about... let's test to make sure the region works as well, but there's no reason why it shouldn't. Let's put a minor in the front. Yeah. I just realized this could be a viable strat if you have the Lone Rider mult, which I have, which increases the damage and the speed when a party member is alone. If you do this and like, what if we go here? He won't survive this, right? Oh, he does. Yeah, this could be like a viable strat. Oh, until it isn't, I guess. Just outlive the enemies. Like this. But the money you get is minuscule because it scales. In late game it scales based on the level. So like here I get much more money. As you can see. And then he's going to die immediately. Yeah. Right, so maybe it's not a super viable strat. Alright, so that is health upgrade for the miners done. Try out dropping XP orbs. Yeah, so let's do that. Or is there anything else that's more pressing? Let me see. No. Let's do the XP orbs. We should have a coin spawner. Yes, we do. We have this one. And maybe... Maybe we could generalize this to function for XP as well. So what do we actually do? Set amount. That's like the only thing. Right, let's just do an XP spawner then. Oh, should be a capital P. Let's rewrite that. Hold on. There. I think that's everything rewritten for XP spawner. Of course, we need to create a new class called XP, like this. This one could be generalized though, I think. Let's not complicate it. We probably won't change this too much in the future, so let's just make it a separate object. Script. We have coin here, so we'll do just XP orb here. Right, so right now I'm just rewriting a lot of stuff here to make it so we can actually spawn physical XP orbs. XP display. Yeah. Did I not? Only display here. Let's just copy this and just copy the jiggle function as well. There. XP display, money display. I mean, I guess we should change this to a generic currency display. Let's do that. UI. Where is it? Money display and XP display. Let's drag this into skill status, reward pop-up, rebirth. Is that a separate one? Currency displays. I guess we have party orb display as well. Let's get them all in here. We add a generic currency display abstract class. Copy this jiggle method. And we just have these derived from currency display. Oh, I shouldn't do this now because it's a separate file. There we go. So yeah, we'll have these derived. XP display and the money display will just derive from the currency display. That way we can remove the jiggle function entirely. And whenever we change it, it gets changed on both displays, pretty much. Of course, the mult is a problem, right? Because we'll have to do if this is money display. Can we do that? Yeah. Right. That's a bit iffy, I think. Can we have a reference to the currency, maybe? Like, what if we do protected currency? What type of currency is it? Is it double? Same with XP? Yes. Okay, so we can do this, right? And then we could just do currency.get multiplier value. No, we cannot, because the currency class does not contain get multiplier value, right? So let's let's have this. We'll do public abstract float get multiplier value, right? And then it's going to complain about this. We'll do override. Same with the money. Party orb will do public override float get multiplier value. We'll just return 1. And same with the rebirth points. There. So that way we should be able to, in the currency display, we can just do currency get multiply value. And then in our XP display, we'll have to do this dot currency equals XP dot instance. I guess just currency. It's fine. We'll do the same, the money display, but of course we do money.instance. There. Right, where I felt like I went on a like really long tangent there. So where we were spawning XP orbs, right? But we added jiggle, like a jiggle animation to the XP display now, which is great. Right, so let's just base game manager. Is this where we have the coin spawner? I think it is, right? Coin spawner, yeah. So let's add an XP spawner. XP orbs, we have none. So we're going to have to create some physical XP orbs. 2D object, sprites. Do a little circle. Have it be 0.1 maybe in size. 0.15. Yeah, sound like this. Give it a rigid body 2D. Continuous. I think these will have pretty small gravity scales. What does the coins have? Drops. They have 3. Let's do 1.5. XP orb, we'll give it XP orb. Ease type, which ones are we using? Ease in outside. So we use the same for this. In outside. Give it like a yellow greenish tint and some transparency. Now that I see it, I think it should be smaller. Yeah. Now the question is, how can we use, let's see, HDR colors? Is that what they're called? Unity 2D HDR color. Like the colors that have a, that has like a brightness to them. Custom 2D sprite shader, yeah. That's the basic way. Do I have sprite or shader graph? Here. Built in. Unlit shader graph. Let's see. Let's just try this. Then we input a color, base color, graph settings. No, node settings. It should be mode HDR. Let's give it like an initial value like this. 0.5 in alpha, and then we drag up the intensity a bit. And we just add that to the base color like this. Save asset. Oh, now I put this in the drops. That's no good. Get it to the normal assets, and we'll do shaders. XP orb. And let's just create a material out of this and see how, if that even works. XP orb 1. Yeah, as I suspected. Main texture property is required for sprite renderer. Right, okay. So texture 2D. Main texture. Do we just multiply? I think we just multiply the base color with the texture. No, it's a, we need to. Sorry, it's been a while since I did all of this. Like a texture. Sample texture 2D, right? Yeah. And we just get out an RGBA value that we just multiply with our color. There. Still can't see it. Material does not have a main texture property, it is required, but it does though. Material, surface type. Main text. Okay, it has to be called underscore main text. Is that it? Like that? Ah, yeah. Still can't see it though. And is that because we're just using a blank texture or like a transparent one? No. Seemingly not a problem. Main texture, let's just do blank or square, right? There. Save assets. Still not visible. Oh wait, now we're missing the material. Sorry. Create material. Let's see if it's hot reload that's messing with this. I don't think it is. No. Unity basic sprite shader. Let's see how they look in shader graph. Like, what am I doing wrong here? Base color. Default tangent, yeah. Wait, what am I doing? Can we just use the hold on, we could just use the built-in package that I used before. Like the all-in-one shader package, right? This is a normal color. Shadow. Show color effects. No. Right, let's just mess around with this then. We'll do color like this, right? We'll do how does fade look? No. What about glow? Does that do the same as I think that sort of does the same as like the HDR color thingy. So we'll do 0.25 maybe. No. Oh wait. So let's not mess around with transparency. Let's use this ghost thing if we wanna change it, I think. But I kind of want it to be transparent, like further out, if that makes sense. UV effects. Oh, this could be cool. Right? We might have something here. I still probably want it to be faded though, if that makes sense. Fade texture. Oh. I guess let's try creating one. Let's do 128 by 128. And then I'm assuming it is black for full fade, right? And then it will be white for no fade. But how would we do that? There is like a gradient tool. You can do this sort of stuff, but can you do... Oh yeah, here. Like a circular gradient. That's exactly what I wanted. So like this. Let's see if we can do that. If that works. Circular gradient.png. Yeah, pretty much this. It's exactly what I wanted. Fade burn with transition. I think yeah, a high transition. Oh. What? Yeah, we have something here. Right? This is super cool. And then what if we pixelate this a bit? How does that look? And then we set it to the proper size, right? So like this. Yeah, I think that's super cool. Let's do that. Drops, XP orb. It also needs, of course, a collider, right? Collider, circle collider. And let's save this material. There. Then we should be able to remove this, right? Yeah, perfect. to drops, prefabs, drops, XP orb, drag that in, give it to the XP spawner, right? And then should be in enemy instance, I think. That's where we do the XP stuff. In the die method. Enemy died. Give money and XP here. So here we'll instead do XP spawner.instance spawn enemy XP, transform the position, and the XP amount 15. Otherwise we just spawn the basic amount, depending on if we're on a boss level or not. I think we'll do 10. There. Let's see if that works now. Yeah, sure, save it. There we go. Okay, something happened, right? Are they being collected after a while? Yeah, they are. We got some null reference exception though. At XP spawner 57. Spawn enemy XP. Transform position. Right, why is that? XP spawner 46. Oh wait, we got sent to the wrong place. Coin object. Oh, get component coin. XP. Orb. Dot set amount. There, that was a problem. There. And these are, for some reason, they're colliding with each other. That probably has to do with the layers. Yeah, should be the coin layer. So that they don't collide with each other, pretty much. There. Okay, so this is working. Can we collect them? No, we can't. I just realized because... Right, in the mouse controller, we're just only looking for coin. Right? Right click, damage enemy. Click here. Coin.collect, yeah. So we should instead look for, I think, we should create a new class called like collectible. We'll make one called objects, folder called objects, and we drag in XP orb in here. We drag in the coin in here. There, and we make collectible object abstract class, because that way we can potentially add droppable items in the future as well. So we make this be an abstract class, public void, public abstract void, call it collect, and then in the XP orb we already call it collect, yeah. So we just do have this derived from collectible object, public override, and same with the coin, derived from collectible object and public override void. That way Since we've done this, now in our mouse controller here, where we get the coin instance, like we look through all the objects that the mouse is currently over, and we check, is this a coin? If it is a coin, we just collect it. Now we can instead do, is this a collectible object? If it is a collectible object, we just do that version of the collectible object's collect function, whatever that is. So for the XP orb, of course, it adds to the XP, and for the coin, of course, it adds to the money. So that should allow us to collect the XP orbs now. And any future droppable items that we add. Yeah, there we are. I think maybe I should make them a little bit larger. Like 0.3 maybe. And I think I want to just remove the gravity entirely. But instead we just do like update. We do something like we de-accelerate them constantly. Oh wait, that's might already be doable with linear drag, yeah. I think linear drag does that already, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does. Let's drag it down a bit to like 2. This 4 was a little bit much. Let's see now. Yeah. And maybe let's give them a little bit of gravity scale. Like so they do slowly but steadily fall down a little bit. Yeah. Also, let's change I think we'll change the base amount in the XP spawner to 3 for this one. And so in the enemy instance, if it's a boss, we'll do 9. So then an enemy would spawn 5 coins and 3 XP orbs, basically. There. Now that I see it, I think the angular drag is a bit much still. So let's do, or the linear drag. Let's do 0.5 and we'll make even smaller gravity scale. No. Hold on, we'll play focus so we can change these values as we go instead. Okay, now we want more linear drag. So 1 maybe? No. 1, 2, 5. And then 0.2 gravity scale. Yeah. I think that's better. And while we're at it, let's reduce maybe the X launch scale a little bit. Or no, let's not do that. Let's keep it like this, I think. I saw one small little nitpick. Under the XP display, it's not anchored in the middle like the money display is. See here, the pivot, that should be 0.5 and 0.5. What was happening was, you might have seen it. I'll show. If you look at the XP display when I rotate it, it gets rotated around its like corner axis, which is not what we want. Of course we want. So that's what this pivot does, basically. And now it will get rotated around its center point, basically. So that should make the jiggle animation a bit better. Yeah. Perfect. So let's add one more XP orb. With just like a different color variety. More of a yellow tint, maybe. Like this. Make this one more green then instead. And let's make the... We'll make the green one be a bit bigger. That way there's at least some variety. There. Oh, this messed up the scale on the yellow one. There. Let's see how it looks on a boss now. Oh. Oh. And I think also the XP orb, we will actually reduce the auto-collect time a little bit. So the XP orbs gets auto-collected faster than the coins, basically. Yeah. Just gotta make sure we're not getting the XP also when the enemy dies. Yeah. We're not. And of course, the position of the XP bar is wrong. Let's do -4. I think we're changing this from some script, right? Coin. Like we have this money holder pass. Where are we changing that? So XP. Oh, XP orb. Plus equals new vector 3 change 0 0. There we go. So now the orb should actually like fly to this instead of the coin display. Yeah, perfect. What about the first level? Yeah, as I suspected. Tempted to divide by 0. There is some issue here. Integer XP amount, right? So that should not take an integer, of course. Spawn enemy XP, that should take a float. Right. Number of XP equals system. Okay, let's not do that. We'll do split amount. Float amount equals amount divided by number of XP. Same here. Split amount. Split amount equals amount divided by 3. A set amount should, of course, take a float. There. Yeah, there we go. That solved it. I'm very happy with this. This turned out really nice. What about the chest? I don't think we did the chest, right? Cheat button. Treasure map. Oh! No, that didn't spawn an XP, did it? Wait. I think it did. Hold on. Yeah, it does, because... right, the chest is an enemy instance. Chest... treasure chest. Let's drag this into characters, enemies. Give money and XP. No, we're not doing it. Right, so let's do XP spawner instance spawn enemy XP transform position XP amount, and we'll do 9. We'll do 18 XP orbs and see how that looks. There. There we go. Perfect. I really like that. Oh, there's one here that we can't click. And then, yes, they do work also when we go to the left, which was a problem I had quite a while ago. Perfect. So that is dropping XP orbs done. Super cool. Now what's the next thing that makes sense to do? I hope we can't hear that outside. There's like a lawnmower right outside my window right now. Right, so there's animating the backgrounds, like shifting them a little bit whenever you switch to the level, which would be nice to do. We should create some more appearances for our product classes. A sound notification when we spawn a chest, which could be really helpful. I think we'll do that one. That feels like very helpful and a super quick thing to add. So let's go into my nice little import project. Everything bundle, SFX. We'll go into UI and item sounds. We should have something here, I believe. Let's go into audio here. There. Right, alert sound. Hopefully this is not too loud. Hold on, let me just make sure. Let me mute my desktop audio. Okay, it wasn't too bad. Right, alert sound. Cash register. No. Coins. Collect star. Here, yeah. These ones can be good. That one. I think I used that one in Eternamine as well. So it feels familiar. Collect star, yes. Let's use that one. Then let's go into our little sound player, game sound player. We'll do public audio clip, spawn chest sound. Public void, spawned chest. And are we not? I just realized we're not using play sound in here. That could be the reason why the music is, or why the audio is so unbalanced between the scenes. We should instead here do just play sound like this. There. And then we do play sound, chest. No. Spawn chest sound. Right. Let's recompile this. Should be a star, collect star 5. There we go. And we go into our chest spawner. And here we should call game sound player instance spawn the chest. There. Guess we could do like that to make sure it's not null. Right, let's see now if that works. Now the audio is super silent. There. Yeah. Oh, and I just realized we need some sound when we collect the XP orbs as well. Let's go in and reduce the max second between chest spawns. Just to see if it actually plays a sound when they randomly spawn as well. Yeah. And that should have a separate sound volume, I think. So here, let's see, play sound. Let's add an optional flow, that's for the volume. Equals settings dot sound volume is the default value. Compile time constant, right. So I guess we'll do public void play notification audio clip, and here we do the same stuff, but instead we do settings dot notification volume. Yeah, and of course we have to add that. Public static float notification volume equals 0.5. That was notification. Okay, it was the correct one, yeah. So in game sound player will do play notification spawn chest sound. That way we like that sound volume will be separate from the actual game sound, because you might not actually want to hear this. Like say you're doing something else while the game is flowing idly. You don't want this sound in your ears, but you do want that sound. So like what if we turn down, like we turn off the sound volume, we should still hear the chest spawning. Let's see. Yes, like that. And of course I'm going to add another audio slider for notification volume. Yeah. For some reason the chest is not seemingly not giving any multiplier, is it? Oh, it is. Like it is, something is happening, but it instantly disappears for some reason. Huh. Not sure why that is. We'll have to look into that. But yeah, so that is the sound notification when a chest spawns, which is perfect. I mean, while we're at it, let's actually set the notification stuff up properly. So notification volume, we'll have to add that to the setting data. Notification volume equals setting data dot notification volume. Public float 0.5. Right, so that's added. Now it's actually being saved, and of course we have to add it to the pause panel. Pause panel here, right side, general audio visual, hide the visual one, open up the audio one. I will add music, sound, and notification slider. Go into audio settings panel. We do notification slider. Value equals settings dot notification volume. On value changed, add listener. Delegate. Value changed. Oh, semicolon there as well. Do notification slider, remove all listeners. Why? Oh, there, right? No, still there we go. And then in the value change, we do settings dot notification volume equals notification slider dot value. Of course, in here we'll need to assign a reference to the notification slider as well. There. So that should be, now we should be able to control the notification volume as well. Let's try turning it off entirely. See how that works. Okay, so we got no sound. Let's up it to max. Still no game audio. But we get a notification. Yeah. Perfect. Maybe we want to add a notification when you like auto progress to a boss fight. Could be cool. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's open up the little import project once again. Assets. No, these ones are bad. Drum roll. What is that? Okay, let's not do that. I would actually just scare the players. Error sound, fantasy click sound, gong. Maybe that could work. Like a really short one. "20-second long? That's way too much. That one could work, maybe. But let's see if there's any better ones. Lost sound. No. It's not really like you lose. Pop sound, power up upgrade. Price wheel, revive heal. Switch, win, riding. I guess we should do the gong one then. Like the last one, that was pretty short. Yeah. Let's go back into our game sound player. We'll do public audio clip, boss level sound, public void on boss level, play notification, boss level sound, and then we should call this in our level manager, I think. I think we have an auto progress. Yes, go forward level. If, yeah, here. Bool auto progressed equals false as the default value, but then in here we'll call it with true. So we keep track. Did we auto progress or did the player actually go here? Because if the player actually went here, then we don't really care about playing a notification. This is just for, oh hey, your party progressed to a boss. You might want to come pay attention. So we'll do, if we auto progressed, then and only then do we do game sound player instance on boss level. There. And then in our, where is it? Sound player. Oh, we gotta reload or recompile. Do gong. There we go. So now when we switch to a boss level, we shouldn't hear the sound. So a notification. Did that not save? Doesn't seem like it did, right? Let's see. No, it did. Okay, good. Perfect. So let's go forward. Okay, so no sound. Okay, so we just gotta grind these guys for now. Too many chests. Right, here we go. Now we should hear a gong. Yeah. So that is just a quick way to tell the player that, hey, you're on a boss level, you might want to come back and heal your party or whatever. Perfect. Let's figure out why the chest is not spawning anything. Action, duration. Oh, hold on. Buff duration multiplier. Have we set this to... Ah, maybe I've changed this value. Buff duration. So it is 1 by default, which is good. Maybe I might have changed that value, so it's not actually a bug, it's just I changed the multiplier. Yeah, I did. No, wait. Yeah, here, buff duration. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so this I have to fix, of course. Like, this is not... Actually, 100 is way too much, now that I think about it. Game settings... Panel. We'll change that buff duration multiplier to like 10. Should be the max value of that. 100 is way too much. There we go. 1. So that was most likely the issue then. Now we should get some stuff from the chests. There we are. Perfect. I'm so happy with this, how this is all turning out. Like, it looks so much better now from how the game looked in like 2 weeks ago. With these, all the stuff jumping, the chest spawning way more coins, XP orbs spawning. It's so much juicier, and I love how like this animation actually is based on the multiplier. Like, if the multiplier is high, this really shakes a lot. Which is why the XP thing, or the money, should also shake a lot now. Yeah. It's so nice. I love it. Should the health bars maybe be has some more better number formats? Like I feel like when we get to these values, it looks a bit ridiculous. Like you can't really read what it is. So I think maybe we should change the health bars. So we'll do formatter.format text health formatter.format text max health there. So then the health bars are in actual like formatted values, if that makes sense. Yeah, so now it's like 31k instead of 31,562 or whatever. What about these guys? They don't have it, right? But I feel like your party never really goes up that high. Like I don't think your knight will have more than 10,000 health. So it's still pretty easy to see what his health is, if that makes sense. Also, now that I think about it, we could probably just remove the party dummy's health bar. Because now we've changed him so he doesn't really have health. He just has a chance to tank every hit. So where is this stupid party dummy? Characters, party classes. It's not here. Did we just have him sitting idly? Just being disabled? Yeah, dummy slot, dummy, yeah. He's not even a prefab, he's just a little guy sitting here. Alright, so the health bar, we'll just hide it, I think. Because it gets in the way of the party member in the front. Oh my G. What's up, Deluxe? Yeah, so now his health bar is gone. Yeah, that's much better. Because that was useless. Perfect. And of course, hide the dummy. Get rid of him. There. Perfect. Now what else? What to do now? I think just some small changes we'll wrap it up with. Animate the background, that's going to be a big thing to change. More appearances for the party members. Maybe we can do that. Just add a couple new ones. Let's see. Gridle, assets, sprites, characters, main classes. I think the miner only has 3 appearances. That's like nothing. Second one, he gets a little vest. Third one, he gets a helmet and a backpack. Okay, so let's check here. Characters, party classes. Is this where we actually set the sprites? It is, yeah. And we set a sprite library asset. Miner 2. I think we'll do... This will be miner 3, we'll call it. And we'll make one in between these two. Assets, pixel heroes. So let's set up our little in-between miner. So how does he look? We'll have to have this like as a reference image. Put it here above me where I can see him. Let's also maximize this window so we can see it better. Okay, so it's a goblin. He has like that vest, the minor armor, yes. He has a pickaxe. There we go. That's it, right? That's all he has. And then he gets a helmet and he gets a backpack. I think the helmet comes first. Yeah, so we'll do the helmet as the in-between sprite. Save PNG. Sprites, characters. Main classes. Minor 2. Yes, create a sprite library asset for it. And while we're at it, so this is how it looks in the end. Let's give him some more stuff now. Like some further progress. A shield, I don't think a shield fits very good. Oh, this is an orc, technically. Damn. Right, let's give him some minor armor. Can we, like, give him better armor, maybe? Demigod, druid, elf. What about the pickaxe? Do we have other alternatives? No, not really. Oh wait, we do. A rusted one. That's not what we want. That's not progress. Okay, we'll keep it. Hair mask, maybe? I mean, we could hue shift him a little bit. Yeah, I might need to look into this a bit more, or look into it later to add some new sprites. But we got one at least, one in between for the minor. Characters, minor. So let's give him fourth one. So this will be minor 2. And we'll do 75 for the last one. 75 points. Yeah. Oh, wrong scene. There we go. Yeah. Now, did a notification thingy also... Yes, it's still here, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want, of course. Did we set the minigame cooldown to 0? So I've added, like, of course, as you can see, custom game settings. Minigame cooldown multiple. Set that to 0. And let's see if that actually applies properly. So we'll play like the archer minigame. We'll quit immediately. And we should be able to play it again. We can't. Minigame. Cooldowns. Played minigame. Initial cooldown. Here, cooldown times equals game manager. Minigame cooldown. Unity C#, multiply time span with float. What does that actually do? Let's see, that might be some issue. Okay, so we'll have to do cooldown equals time span from ticks, cast it as a long, and then we do cooldown dot ticks times this. Why is that? Cannot convert from float to long. Of course, we'll just cast this to a long then. There, and right, we don't need to cast that as a long. Okay. Right, so that's what I'll try to do. Cast this entire expression as a long. There. That should solve it. Problem was we can't really multiply a time span by a float directly. So let's see now. Just make sure it's actually... Oh, animate. That's not what I wanted. Minigame cooldown mult 0 still. Go to the mage minigame and we just close it immediately once again. This guy is goated. Yeah. Right, still not working. Why? Cooldown equals... Minigame cooldown mult. This is weird. Hold on, have I mixed up the buff multiplier and the cooldown multiplier? Don't tell me I have. I have, yeah, what? Or what? Did I just... Buff duration multiplier. Are these... Am I using the same stuff here? I am, yeah, no wonder it's broken. Game settings panel. Here. Minigame cooldown mode buff duration. Yeah, of course. There. So that's why. Yeah. So we never actually managed to set the cooldown. So now they should be separate. So we set the minigame cooldown multiplier to 0. Let's check again. Right. So now it's fixed. Let's go play. These are still on cooldown, of course, but the night minigame is still available. So let's just go ahead and die 5 times. There we go. Now it's fixed. And we got a chest. Perfect. I think I need to change this now that I think about it, the cooldown tracking. Because right now we're saving the next daytime that the minigame is ready, right? But if we change the cooldown multiplier after you've played a minigame, then it will still have a cooldown. That same cooldown that was like set before. So say you play a minigame with the cooldown multiplier set to 1, so it's normal. But then you realize, I don't really like this. I want to be able to play the minigames indefinitely. And you set it to 0, you still have to wait that 100% cooldown. So I think instead of saving the times that the minigames are ready, we'll instead do minigame last played time. And then check the, we add on the cooldown onto that to check. So of course we have to change that in the game data. Minigame ready time, so I have to rename it to minigame last played times with an S, right? Yeah. Oh. Gotta do it like this. There. Played minigame. So we'll just have to move some of this logic into here, right? Number of boosts, time span, cooldown, yada yada. Yeah. Minigame last played times equals what? Datetime.now. Datetime.now. When we rebirth, we gotta do new datetime.min value, I guess. There. And then all of this, we just have to move down here. Daytime ready time equals yada yada. That's not what we want. It is last played time equals util from seconds. Yeah. We just have to do all of this in here. Right, so we do number of boosts. We get the amount of boosts. Cooldown equals initial minus the reduction times number of boosts. So we reduce it based on get cooldown based on boosts. Multiply cooldown with game setting. And then we get the ready time equals datetime.now. That's not what we want. It will be last played time plus the cooldown. And we check, is the ready time less than this? Yeah. So that way, right, we can play all of these now. But the twist will be, right, if we, for instance, close down the archer minigame like this, we can still play it because the cooldown multiplier is 0. But if we go into our game settings now, we change stop. We change the cooldown multiplier to 1, for instance. Then we won't be able to play the archer minigame again for 8 hours. Right, and we can. We can do it for some reason. But what if we close it now then? No. If minigames last played times contains key. Initialize should also be this, the min value. Played minigames. Utility seconds, date timed out now. Yeah. Last play time equals yada yada. Oh, what? That's when did I add that? That might have actually made it so it didn't even compile. Okay, let's reload this to make sure it's proper. No compile errors. Okay. That might have been the issue. It just refused to compile. Right, so we open up Archer minigame. We'll close it. Now we can't play it. Perfect. What if we go back and set the minigame cooldown multiplier to 0? Then we should be able to play it. Yes, we are. And what if we play the mage minigame? We can still play it. Perfect. We go back. We edit the minigame cooldown multiplier back to 1. Now both the archer and the mage minigame should be locked. Yes, they are. Perfect. So that seems to be working now. That is much better. Because as I said, you don't really get locked to your previous game settings that way. Very cool. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there for this stream. So that is, as the title promised, some bits and bobs that we've added to Gridle today. Of course, if you haven't done so already, then make sure to wishlist Gridle on Steam. There will be a demo out in September, hopefully, so next month. I'll be participating in the Steam Next Fest in October, and then you'll see a release around December, hopefully. So there should be a link in the description, both on the YouTube stream and the Twitch stream. You should be able to just click it and get right to the Steam page. Right, so next time we'll work on this will be on Friday, and we'll just keep adding some bits and bobs, which is what we'll pretty much be doing until launch. Right, so of course follow and subscribe depending on where you're watching, and see y'all on Friday.